bottom line is effectively we are becoming more and more private, whether or not we or anyone else wants us to be. Right now we're at the point where only 8% of our operating budget is from legislative appropriation. So that sounds fairly private already. This year we will bring in altogether maybe $200 million in private philanthropic support. We will bring in at least $300 million, maybe even more than that, in actual commitments. The governor had proposed reducing our appropriation to $271 million. You begin to look at those numbers and you can see that one is going in the right direction, the other's going in the wrong direction, and at some point they're likely to cross. But the two income sources are not comparable at all for this reason. The support that we get from the state for operating expenses pays for things like the light bills and faculty salaries and custodial services and everything else. Nobody gives us a gift to pay for the light bill or to sweep the floors. So we have the problem of the 6% cut. We have the stimulus funding going away. We have the state employee retirement system in a lot of trouble financially. So you put all of those variables together, not to mention healthcare increase, pay increases, which we hope to give because we didn't give any last year at all. I don't think it will be as generous as people would like or deserve, but we don't think it's right to go 2 years in a row. And it's a pretty steep budget challenge for us, not unlike what a lot of other employers are having to deal with. We trimmed our budget by millions of dollars, and we did that in part so that while families out there were experiencing more challenging economic situations themselves, we wouldn't have to raise tuition very high. So we had our lowest tuition increase that we've had in modern history. But looking ahead, almost certainly we'll have to continue to increase tuition, and we'll probably have to increase it a little bit beyond the inflationary level each year because the state is not keeping up with their part of it. I don't think we're going to get into double-digit tuition increases, and increases of 10, 12, 15, 20%, which is what you're seeing at a lot of public universities around the country right now, as their states are facing similar problems. And what some are saying is that given the demands on the state budget, given the fact that we are, I'm sorry to say, in a discretionary part of the state budget as opposed to something they are mandated by federal or state law to support, that we could continue to suffer relative to other state priorities. I haven't heard anybody say that they don't want to support Penn State or that they wouldn't like to support us better, but they're saying we don't know if we can continue to